Happening now in your cultural atlas, they embody layers of history, identity, and expertise. The quilts of Southwest China reveal new insights into the contemporary lives of minority communities, adapting to a period of great change in China.
Throughout the years, quilts have been dismissed as artifacts by scholars and historians. Yet they reveal personal stories of everyday lives.
They are made for a variety of different reasons depending on what community we're talking about.
And the everyday lives revealed in the Museum of International Folk Art's latest exhibition are vital in understanding our current geopolitical climate.
The U.S. and China are figuring out how they're going to be allies in the 21st century, so it's important to have some sense of what people's daily lives are like there.
Quilts of Southwest China is a touring exhibition, a collaboration of institutions in both the U.S. and China.
The three museums in the U.S., in addition to us, was the Mathers Museum of World Cultures at Indiana University and the Michigan State University Museum. And then in China, we worked with three provincial museums, the Guangxi, Guizhou, and Yunnan provinces. Each have a major institution, very large, well-funded institutions that are focused specifically on looking at ethnic minority culture in their provinces.
The textiles have been used for centuries in a variety of ceremonial applications, often covering the wedding bed of a new couple, welcoming the birth of a child, or simply celebrating the artistic skill of its maker. But that craft, as with many traditional arts, is on the decline.
They're very time-consuming and difficult to make. It can take over a year to stitch one of these. They have a lot of handwork, and they often use recycled materials. And what we're seeing now is that they're being replaced by store-bought bed covers instead.
But while the craft itself might be on the decline, the interest in quilts as artifacts is growing.
There's a lot of interest in China in textiles, and specifically minority textiles. There's been a lot of interest in minority arts in general in recent years, and preserving and promoting those arts.
One way the Museum of International Folk Art is engaging audiences is to invite their creativity to shine in their own virtual quilt creation.
One of the things that we're doing is a coloring page promotion, and so we have created line drawings of some of the quilts so that people can get a feel for the designs, but they can also use their own imagination to color them themselves and share those with each other.
The future of quilt making is uncertain. Many of the master quilt makers have turned their skills into professions, selling their highly intricate textiles to collectors around the world. It's a dialogue that is happening with artisans across all mediums.
I think makers, artisans all over the world right now are struggling to figure out how to make a living as artists in the 21st century, and this offers some solutions perhaps, or ways that people are thinking about how they can continue in the future.
Quilts of Southwest China runs now through January 21st at the Museum of International Folk Art. And while you're in the neighborhood, be sure to check out the Museum of Spanish Colonial Art on Museum Hill in Santa Fe.
Now, if you want to create your own paper quilt, you can download 5 PDFs on WIFA's website. And of course, we will have links later today at foxnewmexico.com.